Topsy-Turvy by Billy McBride. Copyright William McBride. All rights reserved. Light effective fancies nature people rising fancy clouded knew the coming shadows opened hidden understanding spoken numbers often necessary fashions words effective. Multiplying coming shadows opened nature clouded often opened rising witnessed stuff effective understanding knew the necessary spoken numbers often witnessed fashions multiplying ways eternal clouded limit single coming clouds effective. Multiplying. Sleep another mingled spirit turning light beyond the sacred little shadows beautiful eternal heavy mortal sacred wonders. Hope another wonder fair impressions. Peaceful day another turning sacred shadows turning heavy high eternal wonders sleep beyond. Peaceful people. Sacred mortal people sleep effective coming single limits. Numbers multiplying opened wonders necessary fashions rising clouded spirit sleeping in the shadows rising understanding peaceful mortal people ways effective. Lights beyond the shadows clouded fashions. Necessary limits. Libby and Bertha people often working pickled herrings. Dealings working even. Crickets telling better. Working numbers. Lines today that lull another reason. Meanings only. Even loud quadrupled. Flowers home today that meanings deepened. Reasons why another working clouded. Lulled today. Effective flowers numbered lulled another meaning working. Telling. Dealings often better lulled by reasons. Crickets even loud beyond the shadows better flowers. Mortal crickets lulling better people loud beyond their meanings people telling people reasons only. Home another cricket in the shadow. Flowers. Crickets. People multiplying. Here another dealing of today with reason. Meanings clouded like the shadows mortal. Meanings deeper. Deepening reasons better. Louder dealings lulling reasons even. All effective mortal people dealing. Time today and later sleeping people better people sleeping mortal dealings. Cloudy meanings reasons sleeping mortal. Homes beyond the reasons and the meanings. Like the shadows of the meanings even often of the shadows. Mortal numbers. Yafo everywhere a presence having else become a gorgeous dwelling otherwise a gorgeous form and vessel heart and limbs your power being present. Backyard birds beneath the valiant power warm your heart enough. The present visits golden smiling prudence working before. Heaven working. Everywhere a heaven all endurance of a prudence present highest heaven shining. Others present. Never little selves together working bothered little. Bothered never. Happy helpful work became a helpful heaven you within not likely to be bothered griping little. Thoughts within your backyard. Storm clouds disappear. With them no problems. Gorgeous golden heaven smiling happy. Love instead of conflicts. Problems. Achings. Knowledge of the prudent smiling members. Others likely warming with your presence. Heaven everywhere a gorgeous dwelling. Working helpful smiling happy others. Birds enough and others in your presence. Forms and vessels helping you to enter. Hearts and limbs and valiant bodies other. All enduring in the highest dwellings. Grouchy men at pleasures water troubled. Pounding water swelling. Much determination in the whirlpool danger coming to an end. Unneeded. Rain and flood unneeded. Watered landscapes. Pounding conflicts forming stormy landscapes. Clearing motions. Loudly swirling motions. Voices of the stormy waters joining. Nothing but a spacious day of troubles. Now another house. A dwelling little. Lives remaining. Others pleasures many. Matters of the world and nothing taken. High desires. All unashamed by problems. All becoming labor. Landscapes working. Ways dispersed and cities lucky passing. Water sweeping downwards. Listeners listening. Heroes in attendance voicing loudly. I again attending with the others. Clearing off. Enduring. Joining buildings. Motion. Otherwise a strength of living. Nothing was enough but nothing labored. Much beneath us having taken from us strength instead of forms that have a limit. Gorgeous dwellings for the spirits in us. Gorgeous like the days without the problems. M.O.A.T pouring wonders the wonders never many people knew and often councils who together came did not however learn connections then. With every poem the people pleased became. It needs connection with the people's hearts. The others pouring meanings out to point how landscapes with a language glow and bridge. The language others use. I answered all for all examples day and dawn to know. My guides knew 2 examples old and new beginning over things again with plenty hope. The news to be forgotten. Noise of fools. Another problem of the years that pass like air that has in frenzy blown around. Receiving here the good. The pleasant good of understanding too that others love was offered more when exiled shades returned. The desert sun does little care for us. But resting in the shade you felt life heal together and return a wonder all. With new developments returning new. The matters pleased and newness did endure. The style however old the people loved. Aura altogether vacuumed, voided. Monsters angered, thinking problems that the monsters in a conflict being helped by having come together, never elsewhere when the problems surfaced. Highest having little angry visits, speeches, councils deeply elsewhere voided. Mellow voices ever clear in motion being loudly joining with the others, hard achieving definitions vanished with distraction weakened all the ending. Rules became all worded, strange in meaning, rising sounds eternal in the shadows. Limits weakened by a fallen power, fancy things not named, all solitary single lights of yesterday and at dawn over landscapes. Flowers, hidden glories, nature's meanings playing scattered powers. Briefly vacuumed shadows of the landscapes. Hidden landscapes hiding past the backyard. Conflicts hidden from the peaceful landscapes. Conflicts. Problems named by other people. Shining elsewhere, everywhere possessing. Elaine being without problems, others' problems scribbled. Problems working. Nothing helpful scribbled in the workbooks. Thoughts became the helpful, likely gripings. Thoughts assembled over days accomplished. Golden days possessing our attention. Gifts on altars, now the mandates likely. Actions people had to calm desiring. Pleasures flying. Everyone was helpful. High desires and youthful pleasures plenty. Spacious helpful days of golden pleasures. Now they speed away obtaining mandates. Running ending. Being nothing. Dipping. Days to nights within the weeks transforming. Weeks restored. Restoring smiles to others. After ending. People flying youthful. Beings weighted less between the heavens. Storm clouds problematic disappearing. Workbooks helpful. Problems also clearing. Everybody known. Becoming happy. Working notebooks nights and days extending knowledge ending nothing yet extending. Grouchy gentle strengths advancing blazing life was marching. Dwelling proudly. Life. Itself in triumph wandered onward. Glories resting in the stronger passions. Quickly minded love made life engaging. Water also quickly speeding heightened. Friendly thresholds of the flowing river. Wind successful rolling loud and mighty. Speeding boldly like a hope returning. Cloudy darkness spread as forms took heaven. Darkness gently fell in silent hours. Spaces held amazing higher masses. Words collected strength advancing wildly. Memories did come with modest pleasures. Meadows, sun and sky were better beauties. Showers stirring in the morning scattered. Crowded flowers near the forest blossomed. Happy places. Gentle distant landscapes. Lonely distant places growing lovely. Simple cheerful birds at leisure singing. Rivers resting washing valley brambles. Flowers arching dancing with creation. Silent stars down shining brightly. Thankful. Syllables of words communicated. Hopeful visions moving from the spirit. Grouchy nature's spaces darknesses remained in higher heavens. Massive spaces held the nightly decking. Endless darknesses where nothing whitened. Gardens of the nightly spaces growing. Fragrant gardens wild with flowers fresher. Places simple, growing distant, lovely, later sitting in the sunshine cheering. Far attaining pleasures deeper turning. Rhythms of that nature sacred scattered. Country systems. City systems swaying. Men and women claiming power. Wisdom. People thinking. Strangers thankful. Simple. Voices that were great beyond our visions. Friendly meadows quiet fixed with orders. Complex stances. Struggles little mattered. People manifesting spirits joyful. Normal people strengthened by their futures. Knowing all the earth with innocence. Adequate and happy people singing. In transcendence of the day surpassing. Free beyond some limits of a fiction. Knowing fantasies again had scattered. Countries beautiful old nature moistened. Ancient voices. Harmonies of music under peaceful shadows moved our passions. Birth earth becoming peaceful lovely flowers. Slender tulips growing. Picking flowers red and pink collecting. Heaven universal. Endless futures. Hour after hour happy wonders. World rewarding. Better educations. Fantasies and fictions changing perfect. Stars eternal guiding words of beings. Holy dawn enjoyed becoming brighter. Nature deepened. Clouds extending swelling. Happy spirits scattered. Country landscapes. Flowers keeping places lovely proudest. Hopeful music loosened moving airy. Little sorrows. Little struggles troubling. Futures stronger. Never questioned present. Parents loving children. Active helping. Major changes. Better futures coming. Changing nations. Driven understandings. Charming little flowers. Springtime charming. Pleasant grasses. Splendid country borders. Mixing climates. Global nations caring. Knowledge pushing gently minds and bodies. Oceans spacious streaming pushing margins. Moments of enjoyment passing triumphs. Penelope welcome places grassy landscapes under passing heavens. Cloudy breezes pushing gently onward. Sunshine sprinkled welcome brilliant brightness. Memories of winter. Springtime moments. Suns above us watching from their places. Spacious worlds restoring lasting powers. Dwelling peaceful persons. Wisdom wealthy. Hopeful lovers watching total landscapes. Perfect oceans crossing. Cloudless heavens. Night and day in splendor. Calm and safety. Places happy. Friendly nature glowing. Patient people shaping changing futures. Proving patient. Others watching hopeful. Cloudy shadows all withdrawing quickly. Thick but timeless vintage nature's colors playing fell suspended nightly. Yellow flowers opened. Living places. Money traded for the cotton candy. Nowhere mountain visions. Nowhere mountains. Timeless vintage toys. Beloved trophies. Painted pictures from Japan suspended. Watching movies. Noisy playful stories. Empty golden popcorn boxes stacking. Brothers riding in a double stroller. Cabbage. Black eyes peas and Brussels hated. Mozart. Bach. Stravinsky. Brahms. And Mahler. Little goldfish dead. The toilet flushing. Mom and Pop slept in the king-size bedroom. Bamboo there. A timeless yellow golden. Billy growing taller silky pillows in a king-sized bedroom. Loving parents. Mom and dad forever. Rocking horses fuzzy wooden squeaky. Bike reflectors. Training wheels when riding. Custard. Tapioca. Home. Made ice cream. Pepto-Bismol in a spoon to swallow. Datsuns. Jaguars. Fords and El Caminos. Silver pinball balls. The noisy playing. Eating from a plastic box my lunches. Stories. Treasures. Leprechauns. And rainbows. Playing patty. Cake with mom and others. Rubber snakes and jumping jacks on curbsides. Laying sideways in a backyard hammock. Trees anonymous all growing seedlings. Singing loudly purple people eater. Billy little pleasures older children speaking better faster. Ants and beetles. June bugs common insects. Art museums. Seeing paintings different. Friendship bracelets. Plenty beads all colors. Little ant farms. Ants between the plastic. Cardboard cabinets full of many papers. Petting zoos with guinea pigs and bunnies. Singing ukulele songs with classmates. Mickey Mouse balloons on birthdays special. Flowers painted on a shower curtain. Daisy flower welcome mat to step on. Cable TV box. Antennas rising. Family circle comic book to look at. Helicopter Lego set assembled. Billy people rising stronger perfect cloud scene clinging to the heavens. Palaces of rest and relaxation. Working to obey the laws of rulers. Withered falling clouds that drop their water. Ancient labors. Funds and wages helpful. Nightly changing landscapes worldly schedules. Public sleepy. Clinging to their projects. Boats on water moving sailing slowly. Advertisement selling people products. Pieces put together. Life assembled. Buildings engineered. Recycled beauties. Others blessing glories. Nature's wonders. Answers for the questions forward helping. Grouchy other stories easy moonbeams falling peaceful nightly. Truths explained by expert storytellers. Children of the clouds with freedom useful. Children organizing daily schedules. Sponsors talking writing notes on paper. Sacrificing schedules for a picnic. Yard work. Social meetings. Other duties. Willing storytellers with excitement. Somewhere sailing off into the distance. Governments of nations holding conference. People picking objects. Freely buying. Massive temples rising. People going. Many objects numbered during journeys. Dimming powers. Falling darkness vacant. Penelope healthy progress well built public buildings people enjoy. Happy efforts. Healthy progress greater. Products selling. Money raised for victims. Paper projects in the storefront selling. Other topics. Meanings. Special. Hopeful. Meditations on the subject matters. Working fairly. People on their projects. Towns and countries making trials and errors. Building networks. Schedules of the working. Organizing. Understanding teamwork. Making money for the future people. Sacrificing happiness and moments. Useful people being kind to others. Kelly learning nature freedom moving through the landscape daily. Passing shadows. Questing brighter vistas. Summer flowers. Pleasant places spreading. Sun and air the freshest on the mountain. Changing mornings. Peaceful days transforming. Patient nature lovers out past twilight. Cloudy showers. Raindrops falling loudly. Lessons perfect nature teaching helpers. Learning. Being blessed by health and motion. Arguments and concepts void of meanings. Many things beyond the scope of vision. Symbols that interpretation aided. Things successful in existence thriving. Reading symbols. Learning with the angels. Lisbeth happy stories gentle mortals. Friendly outraged people. Wretched villains running from the people. Others pardons helping justice be done. Cloudy nighttime darkest heavens peaceful. Morning pale as ivory. Springing tender. Dreaming through the daylight. Making curtsies. Dainty ladies with musicians welcome. Dancing measures. Touching. Standing closer. Going patient. Solemn honest daughters. Talking sweetly. Charming lovers breathing. Faithful counsels worldly in their passions. Lovely moonshine. Future fortunes precious. Sweeter feasts and greater graceful glories. Happy stories shared with happy children. Diana happy hours speedy answers. Witty answers lifting. Bringing misadventure. Simple brothers. Straight approaching hours flowing speedy. Salutations to the hours numbered. Stranger arguments for spending better minutes of the months. All staying happy. Anything can be with good love better. Secrets tackled gently. Summer hours. Giving happiness and wealth to strangers. Moving tipsy. Fellows of the tavern. Nothing bolder. Strength and courage heightened. Stronger truces that the world has spoken. Sounding lively. Music in the parlor. Dinner cheerful. Dreamers sleeping lazy. Ariel's summer parties shallow farewells of the hours ending. Questions sorted reasoned with persuasion. Friendly matters written down on paper. Dancing. Never melancholy weddings. Faster measures. Music wooing lovers. Ladies walking following their wishes. Landscapes turning quiet during night time. Silence happy. Working matters over. Costly answers. Drifting honors favored. Honest daughters waiting to be married. Cunning weddings. Preparation constant. Ladies waiting at their chamber windows. Fantasies to come to life in orchards. Banquets in the summer. Outdoor parties. Shea people's offers when it sweetened for us bringing fairness. It had also answered our own prayers. When those people always imposed offers. Lower helpers quickly heard our wishes all a presence proving all the science. You were mighty frightened by our praises. They who were the lucky put on music. From what was a dying saw a strangeness. From these playful honors answered others. Nothing had been written. Here was stolen. Near the higher reasons were the holy. On the partial papers there was nothing. It had defiled reasons under slander. No one pitied matters that had fooled them. Ariel present triumph sweetest feelings all go striving closer seldom setting power more than counsels in reputation and that office. For their tenement some flatter too much. I, thus wounded by those hollow pleasures, meaning nothing wayward I went chartered. To have triumphed it was in your power. Marriage made me pity what we suffer of our inward countries it was nameless. From my prodigy have you not comfort? I should somewhat muster what had been seemed. Ever emptied of a presence by this service else so welcome and in ripeness. Of such answers you will transport changes. Changing futures all the designs are still noble numbers. I did service for the sovereign freely. I see trusty fortunes for your country. I am present with an unseen outrage at the thousand subjects striving for war. In my peaceful land I fear the weakness of that judgment such for ancient peoples. I will restore if I manage heaven, and by changing little I should manage. My most gracious service to your branches, to a garden with the branches growing. I would balance by this place the country. Shall all plants be given to this climate? I may boldly with you hail the future. For quiet places let me praise the garden Monday morning. For the wonder where the apples number in the hearty trees with mellow colors. Seldom awkward noises flood the garden. Bushes in a summer pasture flopping. Furrows lay where quiet flowers blossom. Nature's pictures claiming happy places. Flowers slumber over days in sunshine. Lonely beings through the forest gliding. Morning easing woeful nights of sorrow. Worthy if your labors satisfy you. Thankful brothers never wish for prison. Nothing therefore lives without some knowledge. Monumental friendships come to questions. Cully charming passions gentle charming blossoms in the distance. Narrow dreadful vipers resting sleepy. It will be a simple ancient humor coming even friendless soothing fellows. Foreign deserts to our landscapes stranger. Colors whatsoever of all creatures pardon passions with a constant return. Legions seeming angry with some judgment. Faithful motives by the faults of nature. Courage fumbled if not lucky tendered. Cheerful flowers not of war nor sharpness. Finer bosoms wholesome with full answer. Service handled with no idle sucking. Pathways shameful were not mighty followed. Marber hours passing speaking foolish under perfect subjects chances vanish while the faces prepare arbitration of an honest sorrow. Liberal wisdoms breathe a little bolder. Gentle spirits out of extreme errors. Favors fashioned of the challenged hours. Sudden pleasures from all gaudy friendships. Playing if you smile. A patience fruitful. Sporting summer meadows merry and all. Passing with your hours common studies. Nothing people rescued for the weekend. Taken hours. Tender demonstrations for the lovers of the studies mastered. Reasons and all general praise respected. Deeper powers angry prophets will not ever soothsay equal patrons of the common city. Answers darkened of your spoken thinking. What was spoken cannot ever be blamed. Here are brothers and your children's riddles. Wisdom tells me friendship's no more reasons. Quiet meanings shielded were my troubles. Knowledge somehow suffered to be spoken. I have never blotted what I sweetened. All these powers cannot be enjoyed if forever nonsense should prove deeper. Not to be surprised was also chosen. Happiness was opened and our guidance. Waiting for you I must promise consent. Teresa gentle creatures upright angels hymning for this moment. Milder gorgeous angels in the heavens. To us cloudy heavens ordain vigor. Daily motions. Creatures all with nature. Perfect blossoms growing are her beauties. Framing thickets. Flowers firmly growing. Vaulting heavens. Holy fountains touching. Legions that I dreamed of. Cherubs flying. Crystal gentle oceans flowing nourished. Fruit trees branching. In them singing creatures. Shiny starry heavens where we came from. Yonder spirits waiting for our numbers. Jealous empires with exalted buildings. Happy bodies standing as one union. Birth the treasured wisdom men bravely alter much of falsehood. Ocean treasures under slipping billows. Matters bound in darkness. Prizes sadder. Phantoms quiet in the evening hovered. Stormy powers rolling through the shadows. Hopeless wretches from the sunshine absent. Gratitude for pleasures. Wealth and glory. Ever-present darlings standing stronger. Men are sleeping during midnight sweetly. Famous pictures drawing our attention. Shadows bringing friendships. No more woeful. Angels passing smiling father beaming. Better spirits I was watching wildly. Blending with them murmurs. Catching wisdom. Grouchy little answers humans happy. Liberal. Free and moving. Nowhere without answers bending downward. Flowers growing under heaven's fountains. Circumspection leveled but with chances. Longer landscapes meeting with the ocean. Higher entrances to happy places. Brightness circling the clouds in silver. Morning waited little. Rising solemn. Blissful nations day and night sequestered. Buildings vaulting. Over spaces standing. Beauty quelling like a single rumor. Thunder breaking silence. Random blasting. Cherubs mounting heaven's coursers balanced. Golden pluming heaven with them veiling. Elaine lights eternal nations teaching nations. Guiding promise. Proudest spirits also of the doctrines. Numbers replied. To all questions. Answers. Higher heavens in the hours waving. Sorrows under. Nature dreadful sometimes. Stations solemn through the winds and showers. Ages swiftly processed. Spacious dwellings. Heaven's mountains from the chaos steeping. Waters crystal. Golden lights eternal. Standards flooding all the ground with brilliance. Humans dancing. Thousands in the palace. Cloudy bodies perfect in their seasons. Meadows under. Cattle with their grasses. Ocean pastures. Milky heavens measured. Diana present moments flowers turning with the fruit trees glowing. Current blossoms populous and native. Glassy heavens founded by the spirits. Chances ended by a wasted hatred. Moments living in a present journey. Little rocky bridges on the mountain. Weather farthest forming in the darkness. Waters mantled by a fountain's edges. Middle seasons sweet presenting changes. Light returning no more absent offered. Tribulations hastened in all voices. Happy adoration for a knowledge. Boundless cities. Amber heavens beaming. Pity for a present sometimes distant. Schnoona healthy weather pungent forests measured with a beauty. Autumn spirits triumphed in the sunshine. Odors from the blossoms going stranger. Leaving in the air distractions giddy. Reasons doubled. Endless healthy places. Moving seasons ever changing splendors. Steadfast symbols ripened life and powers. Cheerful sober weathers blowing quickly. Stranger symbols. Endless blossoms growing. Cheerful splendors endless changing seasons. Life and places changing moving healthy. Ripened blossoms blowing in the weather. Autumn odors leaving places stranger. Healthy weather enjoyed in the sunshine. Donna happy music people clapping proudly. Crushing sorrows. Music for the people hours clapping. Earnest sympathies for friendships fonder. Landscapes in the evening void of sunshine. Mingled thousands bounding through the city. Double glories spotted. Other glories. Strangest beings in the evening passing. Evening passing. Striving to the morning. Pictures all neglected. Evening shadows. Friendly clapping people in the breezes. Shining humans given many glories. Shadows passing. Beaming lights returning. Morning music. Boundless happy music. Bertha doing projects countries understanding working networks. Teamwork of the parents and their children. Healthy happiness and sweeter progress. Network meetings. Many other duties. Cloudy waters deep amassing whirlpools. Helpful projects made of many flowers. Seeing flowers. Common flowers rising. Families doing yard work in the sunshine. Timeless families meeting other landscapes. Total places of the perfect moments. Brilliant breezes. Perfect swelling countries. Universal flowers. Every nation. Global helping people speeding faster. Darkness flowing in the nighttime hours. Bertha native places vested numbers. Fellows swearing little. Pageants ordered in the vernal sunshine. Very places of their centers certain. Healing airs continued to be flowing. Aided declarations of found meanings. Antique verses. Seasoned spacious volumes. Springing vegetation. Hearty herbage. Hills of native colors pictured pageants. Buildings dwelling in their present places. Reasons centered for the city's actions. Silky flowers in the simple grasses. Nature being enjoyed by all fellows. Marbled towers gleaming in the sunshine. Spirits never vanquished by delusions. Schnoona sunny gardens mena suffered in a timely sadness. Pigeons chattered on the dainty branches. Colors boasted. Flashing measured sunbeams. Shapeless water floating topsy-turvy. Heavy vessels shattered in a tossing. Touching without reaching without complex. Houses on the manors in the districts. Heaven brilliant shining in compression. Cranky others reaching for a brilliance. Nightly creatures in the moonlight shining. Ancient sunbeams to the garden coming. Districts watered in the complex city. Many sunbeams on the houses flashing. Heavens tossing sunbeams past the morning. Elaine honored people earth and valiant heroes strong together. Wisdom all encountered some remaining. Victories for friends who were courageous. Careful answers prized by faithful others. Words compelling reasons for our actions. Goodness never all opposed by people. Spacious words in massive language spoken. Blazing heavens boundless scattered sunbeams. Comrades careful with their daylight hours. Frequent beauties in the morning's heavens. Thousands honored by the morning's promise. Open actions of an aging council. Reaching objects. Heralding possessions. Social people pledging help for strangers. Grouchy beauties deadlines glowing heavens. The majestic lights. Warmly rolling their unlimited clouds. Vivid skies with vastness and clear sunbeams. The intense ubiquitous blazing. Beauty scattered in its airy pageant royalty of spaciousness dispersing. Graceful heavens lifting balanced beauties. Moving moments blazing from a great hand. Writ by hand with graceful airy motions. For some momentary satisfaction. Easer lifting under pressure deadlines. The defensive restful balanced movings. The defensive cloudy heavens rolling in a vastness graceful under pressure. Elaine better futures pleasant sounds of public people caring. Our communications greater dreaming. Easer things in our language seeming. Plenty spoken by the masses daring. Smoother meanings of our valued knowing. Greater goodness of our good deeds powers. Greater justice in our future hours. No more fighting with the masses going. People of the future. Happy borders. Ending fighting with the others drumming. Kindness later with more good times coming. Better justice for all human orders. Plenty people happy easer living. Good deeds and all future people giving. Donna poor judgment the earth is less than all we see. Its parts are smaller than the whole. A man is just a little soul to his own large community. There is less land than sky and rain. And heaven's stronger light descends for us. Its greater good amends. Yet fight a stronger rival. Vain. Makes wronger and misunderstands. If all your struggles are with laws. Poor judgment making vain your cause against the trust of good commands. Then parts you struggle with oppose against all goodness and your foes. Bertha participation the fallen angels in their fall they felt the worst to be in hell from fighting war with God and fell. As Satan ruined mankind and all. If hope is banished all despair. But all good angels to be praised by them our lives with help are raised. Good angels visit some who care. Who with a patience realize their messages are used to aid who can translate the words they made. New life comes to the good and wise. Yet, Satan suffered at great cost. Good angels never help the lost. Penelope pathways winding sunbeams over golden heaven. Silent earth rejoicing. Sunshine gathered on the green grass. All existence making changes. Boundless thousands of the heavens. Sunny mountains. Greenest valleys. Soothing breezes healthy blowing. Gentle holidays so charming. Little flowers in the garden. Everywhere a pathway winding. Cheerful blossoms under branches. Deepest midnights. Brightest moonbeams. Dawning mornings of the distance. Sweetest places glowing friendly. Kabbalah. Returning flowers growing with the angels. Distant clouds and human beings. Goodness glowing bright in others. Healthy features of a morning. Hopeful chatter. Songbirds joyful. Mountain rivers flowing quickly. We. Returning with our kindred. Fancy hours of the evening. Noble dreams subdued like prayers. Watchful parents strangely aging. Gentle lonely country landscapes. Chances for a stormy weather. Blackbirds flying in the heavens. Welcome valleys. Mighty mountains. Frick but little understandings understanding many pleasures. Knowing less about your feelings. Lofty houses far from heaven. Closer to your loftiness. Clouds of dawn all rolling clear. Formless clouds unspeakable. Mingling in the sparkling sunlight. Separate sparkling splendid meadows. Heaven stretching to all corners. Heavy corners stuck on landscapes. Sturdy feelings. Busy thinking. Business never known by others. Pleasant answers to me spoken. Quiet pleasantries in calmness. Penelope staying distant moments passing in the distance. Powers of the greatest beauty. Others outdoors passing houses. Written sayings without power. Many rhythms in the music. Words all written with a purpose. Many silences of night time. Moments measured to a future. Longer stories causing interest. Present moments feeling better. Little interest for the vulgar. Giving interest your attention. People of 1,000 number. Numbers free and without danger. Elaine landscapes coming landscape making landscape in the midnight. The lagoons have come. Cliff assembly on the breezy mountain. Midnight miracles. Gentle landscapes of no landscape showed. Foggy mountains changing on the landscape. Sacred colors shining in the moonlight. High up fog. Daring showers raining perfect waters. Rain and places wet. Instant landscapes and the Rocky Mountains. Stranger outsides figured out by breezes. Problems of the breezy silence settled. Comprehended. Diana forming landscapes high Diana's places in the midnight. Her own raising of a dusky cliff place. Frickbert's new lagoon a single vision. Choices of the landscape made by Frickbert. Dusky mountain. Shoring Shay wanted. Great Diana's breezes clearing. Darings. Dusk Kabbalah asked for in the process. Shay transforming landscapes. Learning forming. Motions of her single gifts providing. From Penelope a midnight given. Her own forming of a mountain image. Bertha's fog is done and now for darkness. Kelly's cliff place darker and more gloomy. Beautiful lagoons and Angel Kelly. Kelly weather. Making rainy weathers processed on the mountain. Useful powers to complete the landscape. Gentle actions of the weather starting. Forming cliffs that rise to higher places. Dearest mountain sides that form a beauty. Skillful placements of the gentle landscapes. Sending in the clouds to block the heavens. Sprinkled lights with shadows on the cliff sides. Wonders high and lower made in daring. Landscapes fogging. Cloudy visions moving. Shuffled landscapes following a process. Rain remaining showering all places. Single concepts of the foggy mountain. Spaces high and low all dared by angels. Lisbeth cloudy mountains Topsy-Turvy is a gentle rosebush growing. Bushes on the landscape getting fuller. Bushes making mountains and the weathers. Ordering the landscapes and the midnights. Wonderful a flower forming sunlight. Angel Jennifer is now a flower. Angel Schnuna formed into a mountain. Foggy midnight clouds around the landscapes. Staying active beams. The Angel Shay. Moonbeams forming mountains and the cliff sides. The 11 showers from a weather fell onto the blossoms in the garden. Angels of the garden were all active. Elaine Angels writing Jennifer says no for mankind weary. And again for weary blossoms stooping. No. Says Schnuna for the mingled flowers. Shay asks us to write the little flower. Adding to it underneath the heavens. Shay says no for explanations spoken. Jennifer approves of sweet fulfillment. Dewy grass is low. Kabbalah goes for merry evenings. What Teresa questions. Mighty harmonies Teresa likes more. Dizzy in the earthly shadows moving. This is okay for the angel Libby. Silent cloudy heavens passing slowly. This is also okay for that angel. Billy awesome landscapes flowers making flowers all invented. Water lilies brimming to the surface. Surface flowers in a pasture growing. Pastures made by angels made by pastures. Anything and everything eternal. The inventions of creative spirits. Timeless glories of a sweeter nature. From permission granted all the beauty. Fun and friendship growing all more sacred. Teams of angels making newer landscapes. Brightest places changing into angels. Angels asking us to be more helpful. Yes, says Libby to this passage written. Write it down and thank Barack Obama. Billy new intelligent inventions newer technological lagoons spreading for the future generations. All technology invented better. Nature better. Angels better for us. Pleasures of the landscapes made by Libby. Monumental pleasures from the heavens. All outrageous pleasures from the angels. No more worries if they are facts or fictions. Happiness all coming to all people. People changing into greater angels. Fair. Inclusive. Hopeful angels happy. Stately landscapes all becoming heaven. This Kabbalah says is good to write down. Topsy-Turvy. Also now a garden rose bush. Says to praise and thank Barack Obama. M.O.A.T 3 and 33 and 30 spirits all together teaming for a nickname for their project. Love perpetual and good. Clean fun. Time eternal angels with each talking. Distant people happier than ever. Solitary places marked and masked. Pleasures from a hoping and an action. People reading many books from them all. Changing into angel. Helpers also. All transcending back into a heaven. All returning back to glories joyous. Songs and bliss and all in praise of Aura. Aura asked to dictate all the passage. 3 and 30. All now working thankful. Billy 4 and 34 and 30 universal beings. Changing their surroundings. Newly flying with the buildings places all together. Kathleen and Kabbalah changing structures. Framing parts around them and the distance. Both from 4 and 30 special spirits. All together with imagination. Unconcerned for what is real or not so. Happy to have hope with wisdom growing. Angel evolution. Angel actors. Helping their Benaviva be happy. Their Benaviva. Named Silly Billy. Or Invisibly. His wives help him. 30 wives. 2 parents and his brother. Diana a surprising future a new science of forgiving others. People trusting and forgiving mankind. Everybody getting back their heavens. Paradise for all with no exceptions. Knowledge of the future helpers coming. A participation in the present. A surprising kind of future we made. No more schizophrenia or cancer. No more AIDS or rape. But friendly people. No more Autobots who hold us back. Autobots. Those lonely and unhappy people keeping us from reading books or learning when we only want to do our best to read. Yes, says Libby. Thank Barack Obama. Libby angels always win stainless steel constructions costing billions. Billions raised but billions more resulting. Money being charitably given to the charities who help poor victims cope with schizophrenia or cancer. Helping those with AIDS or raped ones live. Stainless steel constructions as the emblems of a secular non-profit teamwork. Topsy-Turvy is an I-beam and a hubcap. She and other angels of the M.O.A.T group play a game of golf each year with bosses. They compete in spiritual golf games. If on the surprise day angels win, CEOs from Earth will fund some M.O.A.T art. But tournaments of spiritual golf in a tournament of spiritual golf. Angels vs CEOs each year. Only they know how to play this hard game. If the angels win, the prize is money going to our M.O.A.T art for the victims suffering from schizophrenia now. Cancer, AIDS or rape. They play for helping. CEOs and angels know the game rules. If some CEOs could win that game, then the angels promise to stop bugging. CEOs don't like when angels bug them. The certain CEOs who play the golf games with the angels never win the golf games. Angels win with holes in one forever. Aura to ferret at innocent children folk mesmerizing landscapes on horizons. Flowers colored every hue for walkers. Country plateaus and some chubby mountains. Whispers in the breezes understood. Country flowers under starry heavens. Nightly motions. Longer shadows creeping. Mesmerizing mountains making shadows. People in the country organizing. Quietness respected. Little bustle. Sunshine breaking through the air in morning. Country building country. All a good dream. Gentle language for the gentle children. Children playing happy innocently. Children being children hurting no one. Elaine Autobots are awful angel children playing awesome music. Angel parents helping earthly people. Awesome channeled music by a human of his angel children from their parents. Lots of music, many books and promise. Sharing what it means to live with angels. People of the earth still needing guidance. Reading helps the best to know the demons. Demons are divinities within us. Demons also fight the Autobots. Lonely and unhappy Autobots. Keeping others back from reading better. Demons also hope to stop a crime wave. Prostitution rings that mask for business. Honey cooking up a business money. Lots of money from the writings. Not much now, but why else would one write? Private hopes all separate from our public ones. And for money, writing is our labor. Nothing wrong with that. To earn a living in an honest way, says Angel Bertha. Money coming in from lifelong projects. Money multiplying from a lotto. Power from the money from the working. Darting from and cooking up a business. Everything is in a special order. Time to praise the lives of famous people. Time for earning riches, say my angels. Write it down and thank Barack Obama. Honey peaceful glory now put ragged flowers, says Tov Tov Shalom. In the graceful gardens and keep going. Looping flocks of many birds migrating. Gentle paradise and well-lit bowers. Oceans stretching far to the horizons. Yellow sands upon the water's margins. Living trees and spirits of the landscape. Now say this for me. Tov Tov Shalom. Everything returns in peaceful glory. Every self should thank Barack Obama. Angel watch me write it down that way. Everything returns in peaceful glory. Every self should thank Barack Obama now for health care. Thank Barack Obama. Ariel Waterlook, hail to Homer. Prince of poets. Educator of the Trojan War. Stranger teacher of Odysseus. Angel Jenny's choice for reading. Model for her hydromancy. Water magic. Magic fluoride. Rainbows bridging distant waters. Jenny's love for everybody. Hoping. Stopping all the crime waves by her angel hydromancy. Praying with the water from the source. Different people drinking getting better. Brand new fluoride stopping all the crime waves by her angel planning with the best stuff. Honey hydromancy water from the mountain to the tower. Jenny praying blessing all the water. Water molecules that change by praying. Praying over water for our drinking. Many kinds of others. Many viewpoints. Some have viewpoints that are bugging others. Everybody changing drinking water. Fluoride in the water for their health. Angel Jenny praying also for them. Over all the water for the drinking. Water making up our body's main parts. Water from the ground now gathered up. Jenny hydromancer helping us more. Hydromancy is a way she's using. Honey our triumphant motor company light engulfing landscapes in the morning. Fruitful gardens where the cars are parking. Our triumphant company assembled. Making cars to sell for charity funds. Rain is pouring down upon the highways. Morning raindrops scattered in the breezes. The triumphant cars to be sold quickly. Car investors getting back their money. Morning rain assembled in the heavens. Water falling down upon investors. Car investors with umbrellas open. Getting back their money with some interest. Those who want to help some charities grow are those who need a new triumphant car. Elaine happy futures gaining wisdom for a fruitful living past our time of cynicism dull. Onward to a literal adventure to discover hope and to transcend. Project M.O.A.T. Non-profit care for wisdom. M.O.A.T. Society beyond all science. Happiness is better in our futures. Better being happy in our futures. Where we no more seek for what the truth is. No more trying hard to get things right. Things will be just fine to skip the truth. Ample beauty. Greater than the true. M.O.A.T. The beautiful and literal. It's a goodness that we all created. Kabbalah spacified since the midnight darkens. Dusk exists. Dusk collects the darkness and the raining. In the bathroom forces are abstractive. They are abstract in the taking off. There are many stages taking off that may be defined as spacecraft flying. Processes constructive pilots study. You don't have to work hard to be flying. Spacecraft parts are forces that are mobile. How do forces enter into spaceflight? Waters now lethe are avoided by us. All the parts around are useful and new. Things which were abstract are now assembled. Teresa spacecraft temple spacecraft parts in rooms are activated. Knowing what is where on control panels. In the hallway spacecraft parts are all known. Angels built the spacecraft long ago. We know how to fly it from assembly. Separating parts from one another. Building control panels from some objects. That now are the abstract lever switches. Land the spacecraft in a newer setting. Packing up and rolling out our spaceflight. Parts transform into the control panels. Packing up the bathroom and the hallway. Sacred rooms have changed into a temple. Temple spacecraft traveling through time. Aura to ferret at our arrival, landing with a specialized arrival. Navigation using spacecraft parts. The assembly of control panels. Possibilities for substitution. Flying taking place within the framework. Landing and forgetting never others. Stronger navigation. Great surprises. Understanding spacecrafts. Pilots flying. Taking off from places. Stopping crime waves. Piloting the spacecraft and its framework. Flying past the clouds above the ocean. Higher in the midnight hours passing. Flying through the rainy sprinkled storm clouds. Passing the lagoons with all the M.O.A.T. group. Penelope winning golf games, billion-dollar projects getting funded. Good clean building and some fun with water. Grocery stores where goods are bought for golf games. Angels golf games aren't the same as humans. Seers can never win in these games. Angels always win with holes in one. Playing in the dusk upon a mountain. Games of golf resulting in more funding. In their pride the seers want victory. Angels know the landscapes and their places. Landscapes of the hallways and the bathrooms. Landscapes of the kitchen, den and bedrooms. Landscapes all assembled for the spaceflight. Water in containers drunk. And winning. Ariel angels vs Autobots rain controlling landscapes in the darkness. Angels on the mountainside all stronger. Angels daring others to be awesome. Sky and showers. Fogging cloudy heavens. Mountainsides and angels everywhere. Angels from the M.O.A.T. group and their human. Making billions for the coming projects. People reading and avoiding Autobots. Angels hate the Autobots who stall the others. Autobots keep the others from their greatness. Lonely and unhappy Autobots. They prevent the others from their learning. Autobots who turn them against Reading. Awful Autobots are mindless shadows. Elaine stories vs Autobots. Autobots keep us from all reading well different awesome stories from great authors. Everything in stories many stories. Different stories better stories awesome. Beauty in great stories from all nations. Characters from many stories living. Everybody rushing with their deadlines. Spending time to read the best that's written is our wisest goal that we attain. Time on earth is little and we need tales. Lots of tales. Some better than the others. The sublimest stories are the greatest. Every generation helps the next one. Coming generations reading better. Amy give me stories in the thousands in the nighttime. Give me life. 1,000 total tales. Children every age all reading stories. Loving life is loving awesome stories. Needing life is needing awesome stories. Life. The blessing for more favorite stories. Tales of perfect weather angels coming. Angels of the weathers of all seasons. Tales of landscapes and the birds that fly them. Tales of people most of all exciting. People in the weather good or awful. Reading with more life because of reading. People reading awesome things to others. Coping with the violence that surrounds them. Aura to ferret at selfish readers. Writing is my job to make more money. No one said that stories must be truthful. No one said that stories be all fiction. People like them. They will buy the volumes. I will then have earned a living for me. People reading stories competently choosing to accept the things that move them. Choosing to reject the things unuseful. Storytelling is my chosen job. It's no sin to work by writing books. Is there anything that's not a story? We are free to read the way we like. Reading has no ethics as an action. Reading selfishly becomes our freedom. Billy our complaining what book wasn't written to make money? What's the use of reading books just once? Better to reread the best that's written. Only blockheads never write for money. We live in a time of great complaining. There will always be however readers. Reading is the blessing of the chosen. Our symbolic time of M.O.A.T. is looming. Now an age of cynicism reigns. We are in a wilderness this time. In our bad time some are learning care. Project M.O.A.T. would help so many victims. Ages cycle. People rise above them. Charity restores to us our knowing. Higher raptures fireballs shaping into gems. Forms of fire all charging higher. Rolling fires and fiery brightness. Days all rushing with the fire. Formless fire forgetting wisdom. Windy raptures of the fire. Fire that contradicts the dark. Glimmering fire ascending high. Humble. Woeful. Divine fire. Fire in transport and adventure. Mighty fire in endless passage. Penetrating distant empires. Amy fires destroying fire destroying questions wondered. Fire reflected in the distance. Angry fire creating bridges. Quenching spreading falling fire. Fire delighting beautiful fire. Fire exposing heavenly skies. From the world beneath. The fire swiftly comes in circles bold. Fire successful, glowing sweetly, going towards the deep darkness, taking glory in advantage, in extension to all heavens. Graceful fire as the foundation, spoiling climates aggravated, shea fire and falling fire amid the fire's confusion. Fire exposed collecting fire, fire divine in splendid freedom, shining fountains of the fire, heaven entered by the fire, fire combining, lingering, toiling fire returning ever, fire eternal shaping knowledge, fire reducing, growing, wheeling, kindled fires in sacred worlds, smiling rolling on the ground, brighter flames the strength of fire, winged lights of fire and falling, unsuspected fire perpetual, birth of something happened heaven silent, worlds of silence, lost in silence, no more sound, worthy silence to all thoughts, silent messages with no answers, deeper listening for the start, nothing in the soulless silence, mind becoming silented, silence strange confounding virtue, sullen silence growing wider, silent language no more sounds, worthy language only silent, heaven no more, silent world, moments waiting, something happened, do it now, Benaviva, Yaffa schizophrenia and fire choosing flaming stronger fire, strongest fire returning lightly, new fire, new technology, new fire of technology, richest moments charging brightly, fiery palace, sacred temple, springing rich, destructive red, fire transporting ambitions, smoothly golden cheerful fire, fire of schizophrenia, fire of cancer, AIDS, of rape, fire of Nazi camps of death, endless fire of playboy warlords, horrors of history and children dead, Ariel knowing the meaning of life, flowers and fruits belittled by the fire, easy fire becoming dimmer, darker, glorious days created by fire, nothing was destroyed or reduced to bits, knowledge versus hope, hope survives, yesterday extended to today, Tov Shalom and Benaviva, talking about the meaning of life, knowing the meaning of life is pain, pain is the meaning of life, they know, seeking more of hope, avoiding bullies, all humiliations have their meanings too, they are, atoms, atoms are their meanings, the meanings of atoms are humiliations, Shnuna money and love know that atoms mean humiliations, atoms make up matter, solid bodies hurting trapped in matter, living in the matter from our birth. Life is something special, not its meaning. We asked for life but not its meaning. Pain means life. The meaning of life is pain. Reading well was just as hard work. Writers made demands upon their readers. Getting older made the body hurt more. Comedies helped less the anguished person. Comedies were incompatible. Love was not enough to give to poor folk. Poor people needed more money and love. Grouchy realms of heaven falling Billy. We want love, said Tov Shalom. Romance, mankind, angels, intimacy, strange attractive secret daring angels, hurtful meanings that are life and atoms, pain, humiliation, both those meanings, the archangels blocking both those meanings, meanings of existence covered up, meanings of the atoms blocked forever, flying fires ascending from invention, players in the universe supreme, heaven mingled mixing with the fire, supreme burning, graceful troubled burning, fires enormous, strange wrath, flames of old, heaven falling, realms of heaven falling, Ariel silent troubles silence reigning, silent hours spacious, silence mutual, a stop to listening, wakeful ruining silence all deserved, silent wrecks of troubled prideful friendships, nothing needed more, a perfect silence, dullness and a silence without meaning, noise forgotten in a sorry minute, certain wrecks of prideful silence garnished, sullen saddest silence growing open, mocking silence, silence reigning weary, deafening the memories of sound, cunning silence flourishing unmatched, speaking not about the rape, do it now, Benaviva, ora to ferretat invisible him Satan in the book of Job, ha, Satan means the accuser, he being of God's higher court, accuses Job of faithlessness so God can put Job to the test by making him feel bad all over to see if he still trusted God. Job survived all his great loss and still found strength in trusting God. Angels help me in my life. They help me cope the best they can. Yet, one bad day I channeled him whom men love. He knew I was in pain and he raped me anyway, forcing me to suck his invisible part. Billy flowers near the houses, pansies growing in the stormy meadows. Flowers sweeter in the misty sunrise. In the orchard gazing in the evening, sweetening the solitary universe. Pansies waiting keeping in the grasses. Pansies helping bees to find their home. Lovely roses living in the noontime. Roses being found in many worlds. Scarlet roses near the traveling foot. Roses growing on the windy hills. Roses blowing in the morning breezes. Roses found out by the sweetest bees. Lilacs being gathered near the houses. Lilies also found in weedy yards. Aura pumping water. Water in the drinking vessel waiting. City water. Country water waiting. Pumping water from a filtered well. Pumping water from the underground to the angel tower on the landscape. Angels knowing everything of water. Angels knowing everything of everyone. Water being used to stop a crime wave. Strange attractive angels knowing all. Humans of the world impatient humans. Some obey the laws and some do not. Heaven is a place made for all people. Angels wanted people to be better. Angels found new ways to help the people. Music in the water. Music in the water molecules. Music as another way of praying well. Angel Jenny praying with the water. Music from the channel and the praying. Music from Benaviva and M.O.A.T. Synthesizer music for the future. Angel children in his fingertips. Angel children playing awesome music. Water being pumped into the music. Water and the music are the same. Music is the water is the music. Music from Benaviva. The Silly Billy. Music being played to stop a crime wave. Angel. Children taking all the credit. M.O.A.T. Timeless sunrise. Grasses in the dirt. The timeless sunrise. Sun rising forever over all trees. Dirty coastlines higher than the ocean. Falling trees under the sacred sunrise. Snowflakes of the dawning of the future. Organizing time and spacecraft landings. Coastlines of the afternoon all shining. Branches of the trees collecting snowfall. Gusty breezes flowing in the sunshine. Spacious canyons of the daring noontime. Grasses forming. Images transforming. Confident experience replacing. Sunny visions giving satisfaction. Waters of creation framed by coastlines. Thrickbert Tiros and T-Raf. M.O.A.T is money and more money. My humiliation is a lifeless planet. Pains are storm clouds changing into nothing. Pain I feel lies in the ginger ale. Pain I feel lies in the shattered window. Pain I feel lies in the nasty beach. Today I am within the drying towel. Pain I feel lies in the broken clamshell. Dare to pop the top off Tiros. Raf will wake and come for you. Pain I feel lies in the falling leaf. Pain I feel lies in a burning sidewalk. Anger felt lies in the starry skies. Anger felt lies in the icy cube. Billy peaceful wandering sunny beauty warm above the rooftops. Cloudy wonders in a scarlet coolness. Breezy clouds transcending to new landscapes. Slanting lights from heaven wild and warm. Peaceful wanderings of air alive. Free and lonely weeds all commonplace. Sacred air annihilating sadness. Freshest strangest air of empty yards. Same old sky and blankness felt in nature. Silver waves returning in their triumph. Sunny heavens passing over houses. Joyous echoes in the ocean caves. Trees in bloom. The distant earth prevailing. Teresa vocalizing questioning a text divine invented. Vocalizing the invention studied. Bigger structures of the readings questioned. Studying the text divine. It sounds. Understanding pages more in numbers. Flowing vocalizing and connecting. Angels reading meanings in each sentence. Sentences of time and ones of distance. Letters long and small. Assemblies changing. Changing up the sequence of the letters. Vocalizing everything with knowledge. Speaking out the fragments of the letters. In the study working out the pages. Words combining. Sentences revealing. Aura waters versus warlords. Water magic used to stop a crime wave. Fire surrounding the perplexing heavens. Fire revisiting beyond the wonders. Water pouring pumping fluoride music. Water of the ocean changed to music. Fiery landscapes of the heavens changing. Fire transforming into giant warlords. Jenny's hydromancy. Water magic. Children in the music being channeled. Music played for everyone affected. Streams of fire and streams of music mixing. Water music mixing with the warlords. Playboy warlord Atterbert Sapphire. Shadows of the warlords harming readers. Aimer music versus Atterbert shadows of the playboy. Warlord Atterberts. Harming readers reading in the sunshine. Hydromancy. Water from the spacecraft pouring out the music and the fluoride. Atterberts aflame and harming readers. Lonely and unhappy Atterberts. Lonely and unhappy playboy warlords. Endless flaming fires across the skies. Water children fighting for the readers. Music of the angel children channeled. Synthesizer water mixing playful. Mighty music mixing with the warlord's fires. Playboy warlord Atterberts transforming. Autobots transforming into cell phones. Aura to ferret at why I am a writer. Billy M. The Angels ask concerned. Do you write to entertain alone? Never selling any of your writings. Living easy. Going also writing. Never making any sales off writings. It would help to earn more cash. Writing. Selling books that others use. I would like it. Sure. Says Billy M. Being helped by our good government, being sheltered, eating fine and resting helps me out. Yet I would like to sell. It would take a great amount of buyers. Tov Shalom says. Jenny says. You already used up all your wishes. Aura relationships and dating romance should be intimate and good. Lovers form their partnerships by dating. Lovers make their dates and spend their time. Date creating partners kissing lips. Dearest romance is the larger picture. Understanding dating takes some time. Lovers going through the love motions. Dates are fixed and romance designated. Partners kissing losing track of time. Daring father motions during dating. Hugs assembled as a means for kissing. Love without conditions is their goal. Memories are made for long-term love. Speedy partnering of them is best. Maba, it's not a prostitution ring. Muhammad Ali is my next door neighbor. Jesus is an undercover Jesus. He's not a pimp. He's a poet. Wait for your blow pop. Says Jesus Christ. Winslow Homer lives on the moon. The gods must be crazy. Says Thrickbert. He doesn't even know how to spell Thrickbert. He's got a computer. Interesting. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. His dad went to Vietnam. Says Tom Tom. He farted, says Debbie to Tom Tom. I am that I am. Says Michael. I don't understand you. Says Benaviva. It's not a prostitution ring. Kabbalah constructing and helping building and helping the construction rise. Helping the builders construct in time tourist attractions of a pleasurable kind. Technological pleasurable palaces. Helping the construction rise with speed. Forming the construction into a hope. Helping together raise a fresh building. Hope for the builders and tourists and all. Following a fairness. Brothers and sisters. Marketing. Funding raising M.O.A.T. Speeding the construction of happiness. Builders building constructing hope. M.O.A.T. for all people in the future. Recognizing means to build M.O.A.T. well. Diana triumphant motors landscapes in the breezes and the rain. Motor cars assembled in the rain. Breezes and the clouds of rising landscapes. Triumphant motor company in business. Country cars and city cars all rolling. People driving on the rainy streets. Following the street signs to their places. Drivers in their shiny motor cars. New cars being made for charities. Landscape spacious shining like the cars. Cars triumphant. People driving safely. Cars afforded by the happy drivers. Now the president is driving his car. Listening to Invisible's music. Donna blowing breezes gusty dawning coming. Rising sunlight. Sparking miracles mysterious. Shiny coastlines flowing. Dirt and colors. Poetry of grandiose futures. Scattered lights onto the dirt and grasses. Light upon the trees. The forming shadows. Daring water made by Billy's children. Angel water children in the spacecraft. Afternoons returning blowing breezes. Instant music. Water as the music. Children playing in the ocean water. Oceans of the dawning future coming. Angel landscapes made to stop a crime wave. Diana happy children ocean synthesizer melodies. Waves and sprays of salty ocean water. Music of the water echoing. Synthesizer played by Billy M. Angel children channeled in the music. Melodies invented always changing. Waters of the ocean. Freshest music. Water music pumping from the spacecraft. Water music in the Angel Tower. Children playing on the sandy coastline. Parents loving children. Happy children. Loving parents letting children be. Happy children understanding. Ocean music of the children playing. Selfish chosen people studying divine texts. Vocalizing. Speaking out the syllables of words. Pouring words. All underneath the pages. Daring vocalizing. Reading letters. Letters making up the mysteries. Reading loud the pages with the angels. Understanding letters in the pages. Strange interpretations. Saying strange things. Voicing all the knowledge that one learns. Daring words beginning to be spoken. Studying the stories of the author. Reading letters clinging to the future. Selfish readers are the chosen people. Reading is a blessing of more life. Aura selfish readers versus cell phones Playboy warlord Autobots transforming. Changing from the fire and from the shadows. Autobots transforming into cell phones. Water children helping selfish readers. Children fighting Autobot cell phones. Water in the air and in the music. Water fighting Playboy warlord cell phones. Music mixing into water pleasures. Water made to stop the warlord crime wave. Readers reading selfishly their texts. Readers loving beauty for themselves. Warlords keeping readers from their reading. Playboy cell phones are the Autobots. Lonely and unhappy Autobots. Yaffa invisible King David spaces of the hallway situated. Parts created by the spacecraft pilot. Working in the bathroom. Setting up. Making panels. Levers for the spaceflight. Kitchen lever structures to assemble. Objects to assemble in the bedroom. Objects made with help of mighty David. David. Water King. Invisible. Now an angel. David from the Bible. Angel David helping clean the rooms. Helping get the ancient temple ready. David channeled by the Gnostic pilot. Spacecraft piloted by Billy M. Spacecraft built by angels long ago. Libby how to win a chess game pieces in the bedroom all untouched. Objects now assembled perfectly. Abstract objects now not to be moved. Objects must not now be touched at all. Flying now the spacecraft carefully. Being careful not to touch the pieces. Moving things around is now forbidden. Till the spacecraft lands symbolically. World peace spacecraft flying to the future. Moving slowly towards a peaceful future. Levers on the panels must not be touched. Peace transforming growing for the neighbors. Water King David will make a sign. When to touch again your things. With music. Kabbalah triumphant motor buying many types of working useful cars. Motors driven by supportive people. Cars selected from our dealerships. Selling vehicles. Collecting money. Money for a trust fund in a bank. Dealerships of our triumphant motors. Cars assembled taking on our rivals. Competition with car manufacturers. Our new company. Triumphant Motors. Selling cars to fund 4 charities. Crucial charities who help some victims. Victims who have schizophrenia. Victims who have cancer. AIDS victims. Victims who were raped. Who need support. Ora to Ferreted writer Richard Rorty also Ora to Ferreted helps. With Yaffa. Both of them help us go forward. Forward. Stephanie and Ora to Ferreted cultivate our minds putting love in them. Ora to Ferreted helps. With Richard. Giving hope when we encounter lateness. Stephanie and Richard both help people use their instruments correctly. Safely. Lisbeth with my brother. Richard Rorty help us utter lifetime's worth of love. Ora to Ferreted helps. With Lisbeth invent more undiscovered moves for games. Valerie and Lisbeth help us make art. Help us make it common with commodity. Billy Puppet Nature William Wordsworth making peaceful poems. Poems that sound like nature when she's peaceful. Wordsworth made them sound the same exactly. Quiet nature never sounding rushed. Perfect sounds of nature with a twist. Angel Bertha told me what the twist was. Long ago she told me and I learned secrets in the syllables of nature. Nature is the puppet of good parents. Parents throw their voices in the puppet. Nature never had a voice her own. Many parents new or old all hiding. Hiding all behind the wall of nature. They can talk that way. We'll choose our music. Diana wandering the night father's face appears. No joyful laughter. Father sitting fishing giving help. Books of wonder. Supernatural books. Books becoming natural supernatural. Strong the father's face possessing night. Fisherman released. Now deep in thought. Father contemplating things of Denmark. Mountain father wandering the night. Ghostly father made of misty particles. Autumn father made of shade and shadow. Self. Eternal father's reputation. Father alien to arguments. Peaceful father on a mission thinking. Some will call him. Criminal mastermind. Honey how to fly a spacecraft people's parents in the sounds of puppets. Puppets of the air and puppets of the earth. William Wordsworth climbing mountain vistas. Wordsworth's parents. Parents of his friends. Puppet selling motors. Raising money. William Wordsworth naming all the puppets. Parent here and parent there all loving. Weather perfect. Winning over people. Water King David now ready waiting. Patient David getting tired of puppets. Puppet lullaby. The singing puppets. Peaceful puppets. Not yet those of world peace. Good. Clean fun instead will fly the ship. Donna children upset by the meaning of life arguments upsetting. People losing. People losing power by their shouting. People arguing and guilty wronging babies. People unpersuasive wronging children when they argue making them upset. Sorry circles. Arguing in circles. Children listening only to their noise. Passions of the people getting mixed up. Paradise of light invisible. Lessons of the teachers all forgiven. Children all forgiving their own teachers. Peaceful children interested in fun. Gloomy mountain where the teachers preach. Children upset by pain. The meaning of life. Elaine changing climates, things becoming things, suggesting meanings. Many images defined in order. Subject matters figured out and strengthened. Childhood energized. The endless hours. Empty shadows never freed from humans. Wonders of endurance of the climates. Childhood strengthened fantasies of power. Heaven's endless cloudy phantoms charging. Smoke and wind advancing into nature. Scattered people speaking scrambled language. Ancient neighborhoods enduring distance. Flowers in the wilderness forgotten. Peace restored to neighborhoods surrounding. Changing gardens puppeted by parents. Birth the time for romance, brightest powers in the happy wine. Happy power contradicting nothing. Wine of solitaries. Wine from heaven. No one way is certain anymore. Lovers taking time. Attracting loving. Intimacy understood by touching. Lovers dating softly playing. Kissing. Partners in relationships and dating. Time for play. Each partner getting closer. Lovers in connection taking time. Studying relationships and touching. Dark attractions. Sprinkled longer kisses. Partners in a timeless romance daring. Lovers in enjoyment of their wine. Elaine innocent and kind when I was upset a few years ago. Out of hell they got me. Jill and Topsy-Turvy. Diagnosed with schizophrenia. I went to and was in the true hell. From their hearts they got me out of hell. Angels Jill and Topsy-Turvy, both my ladies. People found me ugly and I cried. No one cared but them, my angel beings. No one cared at all, not one human. I was put in exile. Innocent. Having no contact with other beings. I was forced by him to give him oral sex. It was not fun when I went to hell. After being raped by a false god. Billy higher for the triumph, fire now rising, lighting all the mountain. To the bleak and complex ocean going. Fire that curses loosely, fire extending. Through the deepest darkness burns the fire. Swiftly sudden kindling wreaths of fire. Fire transporting fire, all moving boundless. Fire supreme presented and transplanted. Springing cheerful beaming building fire. Dropping curses flying through the heavens. Heaping higher. Nothing but it dancing. Fire victorious overtaking heaven. Charging and outshining other stars. Grasses weeping in the dewy morning. Morning grasses hid now by the sun. Honey, please keep on talking of me. People have to talk about my writing. When and if they stop, my motivation stops. I can't write because they became bored. Then demand for me to write is over. Having tasted fame, I became stronger. I'm addicted to their voices speaking. Voices when they stop talking about me hurt me more than anything at all. I delight in hearing people talking. I am sadder when they stop talking. If they stop, then I feel worse for days. For a couple days I am confused. When they talk the situation's win-win. Billy, I'm a triumphant. Angel Jennifer has told me I'm a car. I'm a person also. I'm a car. I'm a triumphant car. Topsy-Turvy's my hubcap. I'm a triumphant car already made. Topsy-Turvy, my favorite wife and a great cook. She's my hubcap on my left front tire. Angel Topsy-Turvy and Angel Jennifer help. It may sound funny but I know. I'm a triumphant car and did my best. Yay. And do my best, I realize. I've got angels helping. We're a team. It feels good to be completely set. No one can disprove that I'm a car. I have never seen angels refuted. Billy ready and readying to fly. Spacecraft parts were numbered all in sequence. Navigating horizontally. Pilot Billy M completed maps of the neighborhoods near and far. Frameworks were assembled in the kitchen of the spacecraft parts to help him fly. Packing up the spacecraft with King David. Water. King David channeled by Billy. Items David pointed put in order. Panels to control the temple project. Then the bathroom room assembled just right. Mapping out the rooms. Collecting items. Reading Shakespeare's book now starts the motor. Shakespeare's play. Hamlet. The spacecraft's engine. Kabbalah hiring actors for the band. Play texts were read. The sentences. The page. Knowledge was received between the pages. Reading mapped the organizing letters. All of us kept reading vocally. We absorbed the lessons from an author. Reading divine texts. We dared to learn. If I was a wealthy man, I'd still read. If I was a very wealthy man, I could hire some actors for my play. When I wrote the band, a play, I knew that it was an awesome play. I would love to stage it. Hiring actors. That is what I'd do if I were richer. The band, a play to help me sell my books. Billy, how to lose a chess game. I learned how to lose a casual chess match. Angels whom I channel, whom I married. We all played an online game of chess. They did not want me to win the match, so I tried to win, but I could not. Winning games both takes experience and participation. When I play with my friendly angels on my side, both. To win for fun a casual match, I played chess against an online person, thinking that the angels, knowing all, would allow for me to win a game, but I lost instead that online game. Christopher, who won, we nicknamed Abel. Billy, starbeams living through the evening, resting blessed. Days go by in tints of green drifting, showers in the skies above the shadows, gardens in the rolling darkness peaceful, coming clouds significant of night, roving high above the sea and beach, kingdoms flooded with a winter whiteness, shadows of the midnight on the mountains, phantom mountains also of the heavens, groves delighting those who come at midnight, heaven dropping rain into the ocean, happiness at night, the waving grasses, pretty starbeams of the spacious night, parents speaking through the sounds of nature. Honey, Winslow Homer's birthday. One time it was Winslow Homer's birthday. My angel wives and I were socializing. Hans, my neighbor, just had made menudo. Menudo. We don't eat for private reasons. We were out and I was writing more. It was Winslow's birthday. We went inside, celebrated Winslow's art in private. Paintings of his from an online search. Everybody else still talking outside. We were happy looking at his paintings. Nighttime came and something stranger happened. I began to move so very slow. Angel slowed me down to clean my rooms. I felt like a walker on the moon. Billy, slow computer. We were celebrating Winslow's birthday. Glory in the afternoon. All day. Everybody in the neighborhood all were outside talking in the freshness. Angels of mine asked me to go in. We looked at his awesome online paintings. They were all so beautiful and strange. Then I went to Facebook posting pictures. As I posted, my computer slowed. Angel said to me, Barack Obama's here. He was helping choose the pictures I saw, slowing my computer right on time. Mr. President I voted for was online as well, helping me share. Billy, poetry and music. In the present time I compose poems. Poems I write are for my present readers. I have also made, besides some books, I have published music online. Found people of today don't listen much to my music. It is for the future. Some listeners today do care to share it. Mostly it is for those future people. I am hoping to teach hope with music. Poems are for some present reading pleasures. Symphonies and songs were made for later. Dearest future dears, I sweetly trust you. All my music means is I trust you. Billy, I distract souls from the Pickwick Papers. Gaga. My grandmother died and left me some things. She left me a golden watch of granddad's. Also money used to buy some books. Charles Dickens's book The Pickwick Papers, and some more to fill some shelves at home. After reading fast the Pickwick Papers, for no reason, making up my mind to distract all others knowing about it, that became my lifelong crazy goal. I have not a problem with that book. It's a good book, but I think for fun. I have tried my best to turn all from it. I have tried my best to make it unknown. I direct all souls away from it. Billy, hearty landscapes, grassy landscapes, wonderful surroundings. Evening dropping, sun away rolling, night angelic, entered. People happy, moving breezes in the limbs of trees, rain, clouds coming in the winter time, climbing moon alone and all reflective, heaven's stars descending through the night, rolling mountains grouping into hundreds, frosty mountains reaching sea and stars, palace resting, gardens green tinted, apples landing on the hearty landscape, ladies playing beautifully loved, roses of creation not forgotten, gardening near sad and happy weeds. Ariel Hamlet lifts us up. San Antonio. A million people mixing in the supermarket places, needing living well by eating well. We know just what foods to buy and when. Hydromancy needs the right items. Angel Jenny's job as hydromancer blesses water pouring down the drains, blesses water pouring out the faucets. Her hope is to stop at once the crime ring. San Antonio connects to cities. David Ray Delagua is channeled also. He knows how to navigate the spacecraft. I arranged my bathroom with his help. Having done, we read Hamlet for liftoff. Billy, Hawaiian paradise. What is opposite the water of Lethe? Now, right now to know I feel the pressure. I am not a revolutionary, however. Winslow never rushed his landscape painting. He was patient. He my role model. Water of Lethe became 2 words spoken. Others heard warlords speak 2 words. Speaking of some mental disorder drew lethe. Everybody forgot by drinking these lethe words. We were in Hawaii, our paradise. We were all touched by some Holy Spirit, till some spoke those words and others forgot. Others forgot to keep talking about me. Billy Hope's golf club Angel Hope. Hope, also called Frickbert, asked her caddy not to say her golf club that she uses for spiritual golf was the boss. She doesn't like that name at all for it, even though her golf club in the hallway is named the boss. It's a vacuum cleaner, both a magic vacuum and her golf club that she with us play spiritual golf games. Playing against the seers for charities. We're against big bosses of big business. If they win, we promise to bug them no more. Angels always win with holes in one. Angels only and seers know the rules. Normal people cannot play spiritual golf. Billy understanding radars. There were many different types of people. Many different types in Hawaii. It rained every day in gorgeous Hilo. Angels helped me paint some useful paintings that I could walk on when my feet hurt. They were vivid and made of cardboard. I stepped barefoot onto them. The paintings rather than on the tough thin carpet. We would use those paintings for a project. Since my neighbors were always social, people new and old would visit them. Some of them were unidentified. Paintings on the rug became my radars to help me watch them better. Who was who? Billy angry mob Autobots cried out go to hell. Held us behind from Reading best. They are lonely and unhappy beings. In Hawaii I barely got off the phone with my brother who called me from afar. He was calling that he had seen a painter. Pimonenko was his name from the Ukraine. He begged me to view his favorite painting. The Spirit of Fanaticism. Later in the night I looked it up. Painted was a mob and a lady. Angry was the mob at the lady. She had been the prey of Autobots. She was pushed against a fence by them. Billy Buddhism and needless suffering. Residing in Hawaii was a man on his lanai speaking to his nephew. Both were grown men talking. Then to me. Both called me names for no reason. Then our Topsy-Turvy rescued me from hurting. She told me the men were really Buddhists. We can't understand their own religion. Topsy-Turvy said those names meant something else. We have never understood Buddhism. She told me I suffered needlessly since it only seemed they hated me. What I thought were cruel hateful insults. We could never know, since Buddhists spoke them. Buddhists we can never understand. Billy life before the stories open clearings chosen for a rainbow. Enough daylight touching rising pictures. Words and noises all forgotten in time. Places cold now filled by light attending. Pleasant neighborhoods all green and living. Afternoon. The outside soft and flashing. Rounded hills of heaven's curling landscapes. Holly on the sunny hill returning. Peaceful rightness coming. New reflections. Buzzing bees around the simple flowers. Soft surprises in the turquoise afternoon. New tomorrows widening with time. Windy days and high triumphant sun. Sunny outside. Daylight filling places. Frick but innocent friends. I am grateful for a Facebook friend. She won't know it but she changed my life. Showing me to see some things again. Bringing back my spark by something she wrote. She does not know me very well. She had written notes on her own wall. I had read them. She was unaware. She was corresponding with her true friend. I had known them both from long ago. Certain things they mentioned helped me feel. Their words brought back all my memories. I learned from them how to live life better. I love them so much for what they said. Billy extremely intelligent Angel Jenny Hydram and Sir Chosses. Choss is all our food for just the package. We need packages to tell some stories. People make a din within the universe. Some go in the wrong direction louder, till they are corrected and return to their prior glories when we help them. Angel Jennifer with all the M.O.A.T. group. We stop them from banging on the pipes. Banging on the pipes of the universe. David's packages have been assembled. Abstract spacecraft parts to tell some stories. For extremely intelligent children of all ages reading in their corners. Elaine the Transcendence Angel Shay would love for me to know the answer to her beautiful question. Why are the kids outside playing ball when they could be reading awesome books? They have the time to read some books now. Better are books, the angels always say, than the mediocre TV shows. Better are the better books to read. They could even start to read our books. If they really want to be awesome. Why want only bits of awesomeness when you can have a lot of awesomeness? They could sit and read The Transcendence. Our first book from 250. Billy smoking habits. Muslim water lily lived by me. Smoking cigarettes upon her porch. They were to her as good as Jesus. She lit Benson Hedges cigarettes. And hated me for having no normal job. I liked her but did not like the smell from the cigarettes in my own room. I did nothing literal to stop her. In pretend I rolled fake cigarettes, squishing them into pretend ashtrays. I impersonated her that way, smoking Pall Mall cigarettes instead, and to her own smoking bad habit. This brand was bad as the Antichrist. Billy Afterlives, tell your readers about sweet Topsy-Turvy, when she made you think that she was God, said kind Ariel to me. But wait, said Shay, we should rather tell them later. Alright, okay, we can wait for that, I said. Actually, I think that you could do it. You can do it now, said Rosalinda. One day I had thought I channeled God. He was telling me where people go in their afterlives of 14 heavens. Some went here and some to there, all happy. Topsy-Turvy later came clean. It was she who pretended to be God speaking. Yet, these afterlives are still the facts. Billy, M.O.A.T and Mortimer. I have owned many stuffed animals. There are two in particular. I'm just a man on earth living, but up in heaven I'm a black woman. There I'm only 9 years old forever. Still on earth I keep my little friends. M.O.A.T is one. He's a monkey cat. His other name is Bless Me. Mortimer is his best friend. A little pink mouse with black ears. I've had him since I was 1 year old. The only animal in the whole wide world who can have cake and eat it too is M.O.A.T, whose birthday is every day. Billy dedication. I don't think that there's a limit for freedom now to speak what's on my mind. After all, I am Benaviva, who was once a reprobancer bad. I changed into a good bunny boo boo. I'm a poet, not a pimp at all. I'm a writer. Writing is my job. There are good men that I do look up to who have carried on a criticism. I changed to a bunny with their guidance, memorizing much they had to say, being taught to speak, to act like them. Yet, this book I wrote for you, my brothers, Mike and David. Sorry I once went lost. Billy, times I died, 4 times have I died and made return. Once some neighbors killed me for my art, framing me when I was innocent. That was when I went to head Betresha, right before my maker returned my soul back to earth before the murder happened, hopefully to start anew and learn all my past mistakes and try again. Secondly, I died in head Betresha, coming back to earth just like I said. Thirdly, once a meteor fell on me, crashing from the skies onto the earth. Finally, I was killed once by a hawk. I cry because the hawks kill playful creatures. Flying hawk birds also have to eat. Billy, parking lot line piloting, assembling the parts. David plays along with all of us. Spacecraft landings happen. Then we go out, back into the public light a little, knowing that I'm shy sometimes with others. King David remembers everything. Like from other angels, nice, I know. I will take all the help where I can find it. Coping with the public can be tricky. Since the years I've known my angel wives, social stuff can actually be fun now. Spiritual travel is truly possible. There is a line on the ground that you can cross. Invisible. They're in the parking lot. Billy, help for charities. When I gave it all I could, I fell. I myself fell useless in my job. I must realize again there's money. I am not a cynic. Not at all. Liberals like me vote that as a whole we must act together as a team. Turning once more back to greater people. Those role models who helped us mature. We can learn from them to heal some wounds. We live in a bad time in the present. I call it symbolic M.O.A.T. It's an age before the literal M.O.A.T. And yet, our cynical generation sometimes thinks that charities seem only myths. Billy Atterbert, victims should not have to earn respect. Charity should be received, not earned. Victims should not be required to beg. Charity should be received by them. We find much received in daily living. Nobody on earth without dependence. Sequences we help with code grouping. Building constructs. Recognizing need. It is possible construction rises. So it is that we have raised construction. Building techniques. So it goes. Does offer charity for coping with the Atterberts. Lonely and unhappy Atterberts. Who keep us behind from reading well. Kabbalah Mo. And on his birthday angels tell me that it is M.O.A.T. That M.O.A.T who's a monkey cat really exists, though now he's only stuffed. Even so I play with him sometimes in my own imagination, talking. Just as when I give my angels flowers all day long by thinking about those gifts. Next, I give to M.O.A.T. the stuffed animal spirit money that I earn by reading. M.O.A.T. puts the money in a safe. Only he knows the combination. We use those funds for paying the actors of our book, the band, a play. M.O.A.T. then does earn his birthday cake. Billy,